Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Injective protocol. This L1 riding on top of Cosmos has been real hot lately. A lot of social media buzz, a lot of people predicting a lot of things about it. So I want to take a look into it, unbiased opinion, and see what the final opinion is going to be. What I think the price will be the end of 2024, 2025. If this is something that interests you, please stay tuned until the end. And if you find anything of value in this video, please hit the like button. It will definitely help the channel grow. And if you want to see more of my content, please subscribe to the channel. So let's get into it. So looking at the overall market sentiment, right now we are currently in greed, which is pretty positive. The market's still in green. And I think that, these bank runs and another bank that may fall, First Republic next week, is definitely helping the cause for Bitcoin and overall DeFi. So as you can see right now, we're at 60 greed. Yesterday we were greed. Last week we were neutral. So it's trending positive. So consistent with the greed sentiment, everything's pretty much green. You see Bitcoin is at 29.4, still trying to crack that 30,000 level. I imagine at some point, especially if this bank, the new bank that they say is going to fail, if that actually happens next week, I could see Bitcoin cracking that level. ETH also has been hovering around 1800 to that 1900 level, still trying to pierce that 2000 level. And again, if the market sentiment remains this way and we see the bank financial system, especially in the US, continue to be fragile, that's only going to be positive for DeFi and crypto. But overall, the market's looking pretty good. So let's take a look at Injective protocol now. So what is it? It was founded in 2018. Basically, it's a protocol blockchain built for finance, built for DeFi. It's interoperable layer, one blockchain powering the next generation of DeFi apps, including decentralized spot and derivative exchanges, lending protocols, etc. It focuses on security, performance, and interoperability. That interoperability word, let's remember that. So the native token for Injective protocol is INJ Token. And the use case for the token is to assist with governance, so voting purposes, validations, burn auctions, and staking. Let's get into the tech. So it provides interoperable smart contracts based on CosmWasm. With advanced interchain capabilities, Injective is custom built with Cosmos software development kit and utilizes Tendermint-based proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. It provides instant transaction finality with the ability to sustain fast performance. So 10,000 transactions per second or more. CosmWasm, which is Cosm is short for Cosmos and Wasm is short for WebAssembly, is written as a module that can plug into Cosmos SDK. It has a library providing all modular codes needing for building a contract. The CosmWasm template contains a starter pack to quickly set up a minimal contract along with build system and unit tests, so a developer can start writing custom logic directly. So what separates this protocol from all the other L1s? As we know, it's trying to play in the DeFi space, and what instantly comes to my mind is Phantom. And so what separates it from its competitors, it enables DEXs to support cross-chain trading and margin trading, allowing users to trade assets from different blockchains on a single platform, which is very interesting. Other L1s have bridges, but this is saying that it can do more than that as far as interoperability with different chains. So your bigger chains like Solana and Polkadot, that's the use case for this. So looking at the coin market cap ranking, it is currently ranked at 68. And the current price at the time of the video is $8.28. And if we look at CoinGecko, just to get some context here, it is ranked 74, and the price at the time of the video is $8.29. So looking at DeFi, where it's ranked, because DeFi is currently where this L1 wants to play, currently ranked at 49. And total value locked at the time of the video is 20 million, 20.6 to be exact. So within the last month, however, you see that it has increased 59%. So, there's a lot of buzz, and that's probably what's helping this price, while a lot of people are talking about Injective right now, but that was a spike. But however, it still has a ways to go. As you see, 20 million is not much for an L1, but they are starting to get some dApps on board. They have some good backing that we'll get into in the next couple of slides. So it is positive. So the top DeFi projects running on top of Injective, you have Helix, and then you have Astroport. And you see the majority of the TVL there is with Helix, which is at 14.8 million. Now, with all this buzz, let's see what's going on with social media. Let's see how many people are actually following this project. So looking at their Twitter page, they have about 218,000 followers. So taking a look at their Discord page, they have about 28,000 members, 28.5 to be exact. Telegram, they have about 13,000 members on their Telegram. So looking at their Reddit page, they have about 5.3 thousand members on the Reddit. So I looked through the website, and the website is very easy to navigate. All the information that I was looking for was pretty easy to find. I tried to find the white paper. I was unable to find it. However, there is a link to sort of like their white paper. It's called Docs, where you can find their roadmap and more additional information about their technology, more in-depth information about that. So if that's something that interests you, I will have the link in the description of this video. So per this website, you see here it says 31.9 million blocks produced. On-chain transactions, about 204 million. And then block time is 1.1 seconds, and average transaction cost is 0.01. So very cheap. Now let's look at the founders. We have Eric Chen, who is the CEO and co-founder. According to his LinkedIn page, as far as experience goes, he was with Injective from May of 2018, and then mainly his background looks like VC investor type work. I don't see any background as far as being in blockchain, crypto, or even computer programming. However, his co-founder Eric Chan and CTO does have a computer background, and he also is a graduate of Stanford. So he says, according to his LinkedIn page, he's with Injective from 2018. He was a Tendermint Fellow. He's software development engineer for Amazon for 2018, less than a year. A consultant with OpenZelepin, and a full stack software engineer with LinkedIn Global. So looking at the big investors behind this project and partnerships, you have Binance, Pantera, Hashed, QC Capital. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can, screenshot and you can take a look at it. But Mark Cuban is the one that kind of stands out here, right? Also, looking at the ecosystem, it's still growing, as you can see, for a project that's been around since 2018. They're still working, still performing, and still growing. So they still have a little bit more work to do, but with interoperability, this global and this ecosystem will grow for sure. Exchanges that support Injective and where you can buy it and trade it, you have Binance, Coinbase, Gemini, Huobi, Kraken. So most of the big ones here in the US, you can have access to Injective. And I think that's part of the price action too, why it's going up, because it is available now in a lot of these big exchanges. So wallet-wise, you have wallet interoperability with Phantom, MetaMask, Curple, Ledger, Trezor, and Trust Wallet, and Leap. So there's a lot of wallet integration that's pretty good. I think that's also going to help this project. Now that we know where to buy Injective, we know the price of Injective, let's see what the next steps are. We know what the wallets are that support Injective. So once you get some Injective and maybe you want to get it off a centralized exchange, I have a step guide that I saw that's pretty helpful. So it goes from step one, you get a wallet already, and then you create Injective wallet. After that, you fund the wallet with some INJ tokens, and you offload what you bought from Binance or a centralized exchange into that wallet. And then you visit some DEXs to get your favorite token. And the ones we talked about that we saw on the DeFi list was Astroport and Helix, which is the #1 DeFi that they have. But there's some other ones too, like Waverly, Whitewell, and Quinty. Then after that, you can bridge your assets, and then you can go on to explore the Injective Hub. Next, can you stake your INJ token? And the answer is yes, at a whopping 15% passive income. That's pretty impressive. And as you can see, according to Stake and Rewards, it's about 59% of INJ token is staked. So people are holding on to this token and earning passive income, which is a positive sign in my opinion. Now let's take a look at tokenomics here. So the initial token allocation, about 36.3 went to eco development, 20% went to the team, 16.6% private sale, 10% community growth, 9% Binance Launchpad sale, and 6% seed sale, and 2% to the advisors. Then we look at the release schedule and we see that about 100% of this should be into the market by, according to my calculations, around the end of 2024. But there you see the breakdown of the release schedule for all the parties that have released the initial tokens. So total supply is about 100 million. Max supply, according to CoinMarketCap, is 100 million. And circulating supply, that's wrong, but the circulating supply is about 80 million. So the inflation rate of 10 million per year, believe it should be completed around 2024. So again, the circulating supply is a typo. There's about 80 million currently circulating right now. So is INJ deflationary? Is there a token burn mechanism with this project? So it was approved by the community. And about every 2 weeks, 60% of exchange fees collected on the protocol will undergo a buyback and burn process that's managed by a community-led auction. The auction works in the following manner. Fees collected on Injective are put into an auction. For example, let's say that there is a basket of 100. $50 are in ETH and $50 are in WBTC. Users can bid using only INJ token. Let's say user A bids $90 in INJ token and user B bids $95 in INJ token. User B will win the bid with $95. Effectively, user B is able to own $100 asset basket for only $95, which would potentially open up arbitrage opportunities. The $95 paid in INJ will immediately be burned. So that's how that works. Pretty interesting. So as far as news goes, they launched a $150 million eco fund to boost their DeFi on Injective as well as Cosmos adoption. According to the CEO, DeFi has proven to be a resilient and reliable option for users in the face of overarching CeFi collapse in 2022, which is positive. So as you can see in the bear market, they're still getting funding. They're still, working, and they're still trying to boost that ecosystem, specifically in DeFi. So that's good to see. Also, Injective launches Layer 2 testnet for Solana-based apps in Cosmos. The new testnet is one of the few networks that uses Solana's C-level virtual machine. Now, this is positive. And the reason I think this is positive is because Solana, as much crap as people give it, it still has a lot of daily active users, mainly for their NFTs. Their NFTs are blowing up right now. Now, in the unlikely event or the unfortunate event, they have another, let's say, stall or something goes wrong with the network. If they have an alternative that they believe is more secure, this could be a positive thing, I think, for Injective. And so it's called Cascade, and it will use optimistic roll-up technology. This means that Solana developers can test their apps for use on the Cosmos ecosystem without needing to change the programming language. That's pretty positive. So again, we'll keep an eye on this, but I think as far as interoperability, I think that's the main thing for Injective right now, that they can communicate, and dApp makers on Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana at some point can still use Injective as well. And that is only going to help the ecosystem of this project. So I like that a lot. Looking at some more announcements, according to their Twitter page, they had integration with Seller Network, Bonfire deploying testnet smart contracts, integration with Astar Network and Polkadot assets, which is a big one for me. And then Protocol Tails beginning and create the first NFT marketplace. So they're still working during the bear market, and that's what I like to see in projects. I like that a lot. So this project's been on fire. It's been hot. A lot of people have been talking about it. And according to Crypto Dep, looking at CoinGecko's trending searches, you see the top names there, and Injective is right there. And we all know that Arbitrum is still hot. You got Stargate there, Matic, Render, BTC, Sol. So it's pretty hot right now. It's impressive. It's $8.75. So right now I wouldn't touch it until probably a little pullback. But this is something to keep an eye on. Also, looking at the social activity for projects involved in DeFi, part of the criteria is social mention, social engagement, and social dominance. And you can see there that Injective is ranked number 5. So pretty impressive. As far as social mentions go, Injective has about 20,000. Social engagement, about 58.3 million. And then social dominance, about 1%. So, something to keep on your radar. People are talking about this project. And, I just went over some of the things that I've seen in it. And, there's a lot to like. So let's go. Price action, price prediction. So per CoinGecko, the all-time high was $24.89. And that was around April 30th of 2021. Current price is, if we look at the price that it is now, is about 66% lower than its all-time high. So I took, just some data from different websites and what they predict the price would be in 2024 and 2025. And then I averaged all those numbers out. And if we average these numbers out, if we look at 2024, probably a high of $18.60. And then in 2025, $26.23. And in my opinion, that's conservative. I think that the price of this project can definitely be much higher than that. So part of let me give you my thesis of why I think that. Layer 1 competitors, and then I look at the market caps. So you look at Injective right now is at $8.28 with a $662 million market cap. Phantom, which I think plays in the same space, is at 43 cents, but 1.2 billion market cap. Then you have Near at $1.94, 1.7 billion. Algorand, 18 cents, 1.3 billion. Tezos at $1.03, 958 million. And then Multiverse, I think it was formerly Elrond, $41.96, 1 million. When I look at all these projects, based on everything we just talked about, should the market cap of Injective be lower than all of these projects? That's a question we got to look at, and I don't know that that's for certain. My opinion, I think at least two of these projects here, Injective should have a higher market cap than it. And with that being said, that's why I think the price will go up. You add that with a hot crypto market, a bull cycle coming, people not trusting banks, and DeFi becoming real popular in the future. Sky's the limit for Injective, and I think it can grow for sure. So my conclusion. Pros and cons. Pros, good tokenomics. Only has 100 million, circulating supply, which is positive, and about 80% of it's already out. So there's going to be some price pressure within the next 2 years or year and a half. But after that, if they continue to build, and like I said, DeFi continues to blow up, sky's the limit for this project. Good volume for the past 30 days. It has been hot, as you can see with social media activity. Interoperability with Solana, Polkadot is separates it from the rest, and that's pretty positive. And staking rewards of 15%, I like a lot. Now cons, although all the buzz and everything like that, they have only 20 million in DeFi. They're ranked, in the 40s. So they're gonna have to work on that, and with continued progress and continued work and adoption, it could go up. Social media, although there is a buzz, and we see charts recently that it has been buzzing, looking at Twitter and Reddit and everything like that, there's an opportunity to maybe grow the community to, something higher. You have its peers that have higher followers and more of a community. So that's what I'm looking at. They need more dApps. They need to bring more dApps on board. As we looked at DeFi, they only had 2 projects on DeFi that gave it the 20 million that it had. So they need to continue to work on that. And NFTs. And although they're playing in the DeFi space, they are trying to work on NFTs as well. We talked about one recently. They also have Ninjas, and I think another one, Tazaka, that they announced on their website. So they are trying to get into the NFT space. So although DeFi is their main thing, NFTs, I think, help bring people to the project, into the ecosystem. So that's my opinion on the project. Overall, I think that Injective is a good project. It's one that I was never really looking at. I heard it's a buzz, and a lot of times you hear about buzz projects and you get into it and it's too late, or you find no utility. This project actually has some utility. Now, I'm a big fan of Cosmos, and having this on top of Cosmos, I'm even liking it even more. So this is one that possibly, I'm not going to go crazy, but I will look at it on a pullback and probably earn some passive income by staking it. So guys, let me know what you think about Injective, the INJ token. Let me know if you think it's worth an investment. If you have any comments on this video. And again, I'll have the description. In the description, I'll have the docs if you want more information about Injective token. Until next time, stay safe, be well. Later.